The Crooked Forest, Poland, a mystery rooted in time. Introduction. Deep in the heart of Poland, near the small town of Grafino, lies a peculiar and enigmatic grove of trees known as the Crooked Forest, KRZWY. These trees, numbering nearly 400, have a unique curvature at their base, bending at almost 90-degree angles before growing upright towards the sky. For decades, this forest has puzzled scientists, historians, and nature enthusiasts alike. Various theories attempt to explain the unnatural shape of these trees, ranging from human intervention to peculiar environmental conditions. To understand the mystery of the Crooked Forest, we must delve into Poland's historical and geographical past, tracing the origins of the land from ancient times to the present. Ancient Poland, a land of natural wonders. Poland's landscape has been shaped by a complex history of glacial activity, climate changes, and human civilization. The region where the Crooked Forest now stands was once covered by vast prehistoric forests, home to towering pines, oaks, and beeches. Archaeological evidence suggests that early humans roamed these lands as far back as 10,000 BCE, gradually developing into tribal societies. The dense woodlands provided shelter, fuel, and material for tool-making, influencing how these communities lived and survived. The Baltic tribes, including the Pomeranians and Slavic groups, thrived in the region during the early medieval period. They held deep spiritual and cultural connections with the forests, believing them to be sacred spaces inhabited by deities and spirits. Although the Crooked Forest did not exist in its present form at that time, these early societies left behind a legacy of woodland cultivation and tree manipulation techniques that may have influenced later land use in the area. The Middle Ages, Poland's expanding frontiers. During the medieval era, 10th to 15th centuries, Poland underwent significant territorial expansion under the Piast and Jagiellonian dynasties. With the rise of agriculture and organized settlements, large portions of forests were cleared for farming and timber. However, certain woodland areas were preserved for strategic and religious purposes. Grafino, the nearest town to the Crooked Forest, was established in the 13th century and became an important trading hub in the West Pomeranian region. During this time, forest management techniques evolved, with landowners and craftsmen experimenting with tree-shaping methods for practical uses. Some theories suggest that the Crooked Forest may have originated from medieval forestry practices used to create naturally curved wood for shipbuilding, furniture making, or architectural structures. If this is true, then the Crooked Forest could be a rare remnant of an old tradition, forgotten over time. The modern era, war, settlement, and the birth of the Crooked Forest. The most widely accepted theory about the Crooked Forest's origins traces back to the early 20th century, particularly between 1920 and 1930, when the area was under German rule. During this period, Poland's western lands, including Pomerania, were occupied by Germany and experienced rapid agricultural and industrial expansion. Some historians and botanists believe that German foresters deliberately manipulated young pine trees to create a specific curvature in their trunks. The method likely involved bending saplings and securing them with wooden or metal braces to shape their growth. The reason for this practice remains speculative, but the most common explanations include furniture and boat construction. Curved wood was a valuable material for making ship hulls, sleds, and barrel rings. Decorative or artistic purposes. Some argue that the trees were shaped for ornamental use in gardens or parks. Agricultural experimentation. The trees could have been part of a scientific study on tree growth patterns. However, the outbreak of World War II, 1939 to 1945, likely disrupted the project. The forests around Grafino became battle zones, and shifting borders led to depopulation and destruction. The Crooked Forest, seemingly abandoned, remained in its unique state as nature took over, leaving no records of its intended purpose. Post-war Poland and the mystery of the trees. After World War II, the region was ceded to Poland as part of border changes under the Potsdam Agreement. Many German settlements were abandoned, and Polish families resettled the area. The Crooked Forest, now surrounded by a new population unfamiliar with its history, became a local curiosity. Scientists and tourists alike visited the site, attempting to unravel the mystery of its creation. Over the years, numerous scientific studies have been conducted, examining the soil composition, climate conditions, and tree rings. Despite these efforts, no definitive natural cause has been identified. The most plausible explanations still point to human intervention, but without concrete historical records, the true origin remains unknown. Folklore and alternative theories. Beyond scientific reasoning, several myths and legends have emerged about the Crooked Forest. War damage theory. Some believe that tank movements during World War II might have flattened young trees, causing them to grow in an unnatural bent shape. Paranormal and supernatural ideas. Folklore suggests that the area is cursed or that mystical forces twisted the trees for unknown reasons. Extraterrestrial influence. A more far-fetched theory involves aliens interfering with the forest growth, though there is no evidence supporting this claim. Conclusion. A living historical enigma. The Crooked Forest of Poland stands as one of the most intriguing natural wonders in the world. Whether it is the result of forgotten human craftsmanship, wartime events, or an environmental anomaly, the mystery persists, adding to its allure. Despite extensive research, the precise reasons for its formation remain elusive, making it a subject of fascination for historians, scientists, and visitors alike. Today, the Crooked Forest is protected as a natural monument, drawing thousands of tourists each year. While the full truth may never be uncovered, its existence serves as a reminder of how history, nature, and human intervention can intertwine in unexpected ways, leaving behind puzzles for future generations to solve.